fish stick machine. Taking on the Hemi Hillbilly. James Hensler, who's from right here in Indiana. Jason Line, up in Minnesota, spends his time in North Carolina. Engine builder, pro stock world champion, one of the greatest drag racers in NHRA history when it comes to naturally aspirated combinations. One of the best engine builders in the world. Put this car together. Bucky has the team. At 158 miles per hour, and Jason Line immediately comes out the 860s. It's why he took a shot at the Christmas tree. He knew he had to get it done, and he could not. Now here comes Bucky Hess's machine, right behind Jason Line. Auto body shop owner out of West Virginia, won the first Hemi Challenge, taking on Mike Skinner. Two more Barracudas. Predominantly Barracuda field here. There are a handful of the darts, but a lot of Barracudas. Jump in here, Mike. Come on, yeah.
You might remember this car. This is the Spyfish car. Stephen Hebert from Louisiana. Bucky Hess, the man that needs no introduction for a Hemi.
Miles per hour for Bucky Hess. It is fast, fast, fast out there, Mr. McCann.
He's doing that with a foot brake automatic.
We're waiting for him to jump on up in here. Correction factor right now, 1092. It's not exactly screaming horsepower conditions out there right now, as Jim Pancake's going to come up here next over on the left side of the track, and Jerry Casson over here on the right side of the track, and Herb McCandless, the 1970 winner of the U.S.Nationals in that Sox Martin machine in pro stock, jumping up here. Down there, buddy, got to take some pictures. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Buddy and I are having a great time up here. This is just fantastic.
Round one of the Hemi Challenge. This event here on Friday at the U.S.Nationals, 22 of these cars here this weekend. They spend 364 days preparing for today.
Right, and if I'm not mistaken, this is our 22nd event. I have been right here for every one of them.
That is awesome. It's great to have you back up here. Jim Pancake left, Jerry Casson on the right now. Pancake at at 158 miles per hour. 881 for Jerry Casson. Casson actually steps up both those cars, make improvements from qualifying, and Jim Pancake 848 at 158 tells you that this could be the quickest session of the weekend. 35 on the tree is pretty sporty there, boss.
Yeah, did really good there.
Elden Baum and Rick Johnson. Rick Johnson's machine was carrying that onboard camera for the NHRA and Fox folks down in Brainerd a couple weeks ago. These cars are super stock legal. If you look at the windows, they all say SSAH, super stock A Hemis. They can also run these cars in Comp Eliminator and of course here at the Hemi Challenge. Right?
No, I didn't have all right.
Had to do it the hard way back then.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Good on the right. Elden Baum 849, 157. I guess what Elden was probably looking at was Rick to make sure that he didn't turn it red because he knew he had that performance advantage. Best run of the weekend for Elden Baum by 0.03 of a second. 849 at 157 miles per hour. Charlie Westcott and Steve Kent. When everybody heard Charlie Westcott was jumping back into this race this weekend, they went, boxing gloves, taking them off.
Well, he's been the lead engine builder for quite a few years. Very, very good stuff.
Good over there. Here the Sox Martin Hemi Challenge, 847, 158 miles per hour. Charlie Westcott looking for his 6th win in this event. moves into the next round, going 847. 122 to 60 feet in one of these things.
That 158 shows you how much horsepower they got.
No question.
Where did Jason Lyon go? I didn't make it up here before he ran.
Jason was
He was first pass.
100th slower than he qualified, so right about where he qualified there.
It's amazing how close the first 6 or 8 of these.
Oh yeah, no, they're all right there. If you go back and look at qualifying here, Herb McCandless up here in the booth with us here for round number 1. Steve Camelo is number 1 qualifier, went 842. Jim Pancake's number 6, he went 850. Yeah, 800ths of a second there, but in one of these things, when you're foot braking, leaving out the bottom bowl, it's pretty easy to find 800ths of a second versus your opponent.
Oh yeah, you could do that at start line real good.
It appears going to have a competition by run here. Jack Peterson can't make the call.
I bet Eric yesterday didn't realize who the gentleman was. Baseball pitcher.
Eric Bell was a professional baseball player for a long time. Colorado Rockies and the other organizations. He still works in baseball, runs a baseball school down there in Chandler, Arizona. Runs this machine, was the number 9 qualifier. Now, Eric Bell has been sneaking up on performance on this machine, and Eric Bell does a lot of bottom bowl racing out on the West Coast. He runs super stock at a lot of the divisionals out there, the national events as well, so he could definitely pick himself up something on the starting line, and he has the advantage here around number 1 with Jack Peterson unfortunately breaking. Officially enters its name into the list of cars that are in play to win here at the U.S.Nationals. This is Dave Bogner and Anthony Rhodes, another spectacular machine. Anthony Rhodes, Candy Cuda over on the right side of the track, and the Bogner Auto machine on the left, the Barracuda out of Nebraska. Anthony Rhodes was the number 5 qualifier. He has won this race before. Another car that has a real opportunity of going the distance here today, Herb.
That car definitely has the potential to go to 5, no question about it. A lot of these cars do.
No question, no question.
Yeah, used to have 2 or 3 or 4. Now,
David Bogner knew he had to take a shot at the tree. Goes 16 on the tree. Anthony Rhodes, 8:46.8, Herb. The 4th quickest run of the weekend in Hemi Challenge, does it in eliminations.
What? That doesn't surprise me.
James Daniels and Dennis Bergeron now, over on the right side of the racetrack.
Jimmy Daniels is there. Daniels to watch out for. Jimmy Watford, like 4 of these in a row.
He did, and that's a Ray Barton machine. You see strike down the side of that dart over on the Sox Martin side of the racetrack. It's so cool to have a lane here. It is the Sox Martin lane, isn't it?
Jimmy is an excellent driver.
Bergeron over on the strange side of the racetrack, that maroon machine. This race should be history. 8:46.8, 158. Jimmy Daniels driving away from Dennis Bergeron to move on to the next round. And here comes Steve Camelo. And over the last 10 years or so in these machines, Steve Camelo has been as hard a racer to beat as anybody.
He came right up the ladder, and he's right now on top of the ladder, and he's been there for a couple, 3 years.
He's got the camouflage scheme up on top of that machine. Steve Camelo, the number 1 qualifier here.
Him and his dad are 2 of the nicest people you could ever run into. They really are.
Steve and Chuck, they're out of New York. Steve's actually an anesthesiologist in his free time when he's not busy racing one of these machines. Has won this event 3 times. Has won the Dutch Hemi Shootout a handful of times. With nobody in the other lane. Talk about putting the rest of the class on notice. 8:40, 159. Wow. Steve Camelo, low ET and top speed of the Sox Martin Hemi Challenge, presented by the McCandless Collection here at the U.S.Nationals. Wow, what a run.
He was just showing off. He didn't even have to do that. He had a buy run.
009 drops 200s on the field. Indiana's could not make the call. The number 10 qualifier, one of the quicker cars in the field, is out, and Terry Herwood goes 9:02, the slowest run of the round, to move into the next round. Hey, sometimes it's not about who you race, it's about the luck you get to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Cliff Stewart's machine not making the call in round one means Wendell Howe is going to get a bye run here. The number 12 qualifier, the dart over on the right side.
Terry Herwood's probably made about as many passes down this track as any Hemi Rush.
No question about it.
He was here in the early 70s, driving for Steve Backer, and won a couple times here in Superstock.
And Mark Howe's machine over on the right side here. We've got one of the darts that are going to move into the next round. Lloyd Watford pulling up behind him also. Looks like going to have a bye run here. I have a couple of these machines. They're running these cars so hard, Herb. It's inevitable that you're going to have some breakage throughout the weekend.
We got 5 runs today to make. 5 rounds. That's a lot.
They're just going to get into the 60s for the first time this weekend.
Car field, so we had to make 5 runs.
Right.
With a real 4-speed where you push clutch down 50 gears.
8:98 for Wendell Howe. They looked out of it early down there, a little bit down there.
Lloyd Watford's up here. I put Lloyd in a Hemi car in 1976. Like scared him to death. He loved it.
It scared him to death so much he went and bought one.
I built him one. And just one of the nicest people. They do their own engines. They don't buy engines from anybody. They do their Jerry Cato and James. That's James Killer with the headset on it behind the car there. And they do their own stuff and do a very good job at it. They had some trouble leaving the start line twice yesterday. I didn't worry. And then they put it together for the last.
Lloyd makes his best run of the weekend, 8:68, 453 miles per hour. So Lloyd Watford makes a nice representative run, and just like that, we're over round number 1, Herb. It just flew on by.
Lloyd's wife told me.
All right, round 1 in the book. Stay tuned for round 2.
It's your